about getting off to a later than scheduled start, but today this live stream probably won't last too long. It's mostly going to be spent here in Jungle Expedition here at King's Dominion. We wanted to take a live look at the construction on Rapterra now that they have made the official announcement, and you can see they've put up TVs and explanations of the ride elements over here too that we're going to take a quick look at. This is opening weekend of the inaugural Food and Wine Festival here at King's Dominion, but that's not why we're here today. We'll have a video coming out shortly covering the Food and Wine Festival, but this is more about Rapterra. I don't know about you all, but I'm very excited for this coaster. Here's a look at some of the signage that they already put up. They put this up the day that they made the announcement, which was July 31st, this past Wednesday. The coaster is going to be 145 feet tall at the tallest point. They say the tallest point because there is no lift hill since it's a launch coaster. It launches at 65 miles an hour, 3 inversions, the dive loop, the flat spin, and the Raptor roll. 3,086 feet long. It lasts 1 minute 29 seconds. Holds 20 riders per train. If you saw our coverage of what Jungle Expedition's continuous storyline is, this kind of adds to the storyline as well, this little sketch they have here. And here you go. Here's an overhead view of what the track will look like when it's done. You can see Toonbeely in the background. 0 to 65 miles per hour in 4 seconds. Here's some of a sample of the ride through. I hope they put that theming there at the launch because it'll definitely be nice to have some extra theming after the lack of theming that's been on some coasters in Virginia recently. That's the ride. 89 seconds, which isn't too bad. They claim that they expect the capacity per hour to be 1,100 something, but if the ride is 1.5 minutes, that means that they can let 40 trains go an hour. And if it holds 20 people, that's only about 800 people per hour, so I'm not sure where they get the 1,100 from. I guess we'll see if they can actually pull that off. This is cool. They have a little note from April 21st, 1935. Just a little bit of backstory for the coaster. I really love that they give backstories to these rides. And if you're interested, here's the QR code for you. So you have 3 inversions. 3 inversions we just saw in that video. It's also on King's Dominion's YouTube page. So if you want to watch it again, you can check it there. They have made a ton of progress since the last time we were here. Last time we were here, everything was still behind the fence near the Flight of Fear building. Now it's coming out over the walkways. There's the wing overturn. Get a better look at everything in a second. Meanwhile, here's Toonbeely going. In less than a year's time, we'll see trains going down here testing.
not that long.
The unfinished piece of track over here is ominous right now. It's always funny to see unfinished pieces of track just sort of hanging there. When you hit that part of the track, you are just barely going to miss the research building. That's good to see that they have some sort of near-miss element on the coaster, because wing coasters really need a near-miss element. If you're familiar with Gatekeeper at Cedar Point, which most people who have ridden wing coasters are familiar with that one, they have a couple of really cool near-miss elements. Just for a little bit of kinetic energy, since nothing's happening with Rapterra right now. We are live right now. I can respond to comments, so if you have anything that you want to say, any comments you want to make, feel free to leave a comment. I'll check it out. The chat should be open. I set it up so that chat's available, so yeah, please feel free to chat if you have anything you want to say. I'm glad we have confirmation of what this something big is. I can't wait till these walls are down. It's going to look really nice over here. Let's see if we can see anything from through the cave in Reptilian. Probably not. It probably would surround. It usually surrounds you with the Reptilian tracks. I don't think we'll be able to see anything in there. That's a good view of the track right there, especially the unfinished portion. Just for fun, I'm going to go in the Reptilian exit to see if we can see anything through there. A little bit. Mostly obscured by trees. Oh, actually, no, there's some over here. Oh, that's a really good view of that turn. That's cool. So the coaster has to be over halfway done by now. We can't see the whole track because of the fencing, but all the tallest elements, or most of the tallest elements, I should say, are done. That's exciting. They had most of this done before they even made the official announcement that they were getting the coaster, so it didn't come as too big of a surprise to most people. Come back through here again. Jen's here too, by the way. She's just been behind me the whole time. That was pretty cool. This is still probably one of my favorite areas at any Cedar Fair park, except for maybe some of the areas at Knott's Berry Farm. They do a great job with their theming at that park, which I guess they need to keep up with Disneyland. They're getting this done so fast. I'm half surprised they're not working on it at this very moment. At the rate they're moving. You can see they're going to be putting some netting up under here to catch anything that might fall out of people's pockets, but hopefully nobody's crazy enough to carry any phones or anything on the ride. Who am I kidding? You know, tons of people will be carrying stuff on the ride. Still not sure what they're keeping inside of these wooden boxes they have along here. I thought maybe that was where some of the supports were going to go, but they wouldn't have supports coming all the way out here. They did at least one of the boxes, however, was intended for support because they have this one here. This support. And then this support. Oh, sorry, I meant that one over there. Actually, that one's not actually in a box, but they have a couple of supports out in the walkway. I'm really excited. I hope you all are excited for this coaster too. It looks like it's shaping up to be really good. I think I might be in the minority, but I'm a big fan of wing coasters. I've only ridden 2 of them though. I've ridden Gatekeeper and I've ridden Wild Eagle at Dollywood. Those are the only 2 I've ridden. So don't have a lot of experience, but I like both of those rides, even though a lot of people say that they're not that great. Just gonna walk around Jungle Expedition a little more, see if there's any other Rapterra stuff hiding that we missed. I'm able to read any chat that you may have, so if you have anything you want to say, feel free to leave a comment and I'll be able to read it. So we're live today, so I can see your comments live and say and respond to them. See if maybe there's another good view of the coaster from Arachnidia. They put fencing up over there, so I'm assuming the coaster's going to be getting pretty close to there too. Let's see what it looks like. It's good to see Excavators Taters is open because it was closed last time we were here. We hadn't seen it open all season. Maybe it was just bad timing on our part. If you were interested, it looks like they're going to be keeping the name Project 305 for Intimidator 305 and not retheming it to match the Jungle Expedition area, because we saw brand new Project 305 merchandise, including a t-shirt. So I don't think they would spend all that money to make those t-shirts, only to change the name sometime down the line to fit this theme. Project 305 is not a great name for that coaster in my opinion, but I don't know, must have tested well or something. I assume they tested it with people. They could have come up with something more creative than that. But anyway, this over here is, well, this over here. You can see the magnets, sort of. It's kind of hard to see over the fence. Let me back up a little bit. This is actually a pretty cool angle. If that tree wasn't in the way, in the winter this will be a really cool angle. The fence probably won't be here by then either. We'll come back for Winter Fest where you'll be able to see this really well. The crane's still in the same spot it was in last time we were here. Sitting stationary, not doing anything right now. Oh, hey Nate. You know, Flight of Fear, I like the theming the way it is. I'm kind of a sci-fi fan, so my hope is that they don't change it, but most likely they probably will. It's just strange that if they do decide to change it, it's strange that Project 305 will most likely stay Project 305, and then we'll have a coaster over there that's incorporated into the area, and then one that's just off on its own in a dead end that's not themed to the area. It's kind of, if they do that, it's going to be kind of strange. I don't know. What do you think? Are you hopeful that they're going to change it, or do you want to see it stay as it is? I was planning on staying in Jungle Expedition, but I'm going to walk over to Flight of Fear just for fun. Outside of the track that we looked at, I don't think that they've put anything else for Rapterra in that area that we haven't already looked at. It would take probably take a lot of money to make a change to this building, and I don't know if, because I mean it looks like a secret, government laboratory right now. The building does. It wouldn't fit unless they completely change this building, and I'm not sure if Cedar Fair or Six Flags want to spend that kind of money to make that kind of change. I guess we'll find out. If anything, I think they should go more all in on the theming and actually have, I don't know, something in the spaghetti bowl. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's probably going to be a long time, if ever, if they make any changes to it. Thanks for commenting too, I appreciate that. This American flag shows that there's a nice breeze blowing, but not down here. I'm not feeling it down here. It's very stagnant here in this area right now. Whew. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting this area right here has a great view of the coaster, especially now that they've added more track. Even before all this, it had a nice view. Oh yeah, 305 definitely needs a repaint. I saw that they were putting they had like a test stripe of paint on one of the supports. I don't know if they were legitimately testing. It looked like a test stripe of paint, but it might have been for some other purpose. I hope they're planning on giving it a repaint soon. That sun really bleached that thing, but it is pretty old, so I guess The paint actually held up pretty well for as old as it is. It's sad that they need to put wire right here to keep people from jumping this fence, but you know how people are. Okay, I think I need to move. The camera wants to focus on the fence and not the coaster, so yeah. So, how do you all feel about the new coaster, Rapterra? Are you excited for it, or? Oh yeah, Jen's here. I kind of walked off without her. I need to see if I can find her. She's probably still over in Jungle Expedition. I've passed by her a couple of times. She's off doing her own thing while I'm recording this. Let me see. Where might she have gone? She's probably watching this and will probably be heading toward me. We'll see.
This way.
After I find her, since we've pretty much seen everything that's new back here in Jungle Expedition, I'm planning on heading back down International Street, and you'll get a sneak peek, just a very tiny sneak peek of the Food and Wine Festival. I'm going to go into KD Outfitters where they have the new Rapterra merchandise. Actually, you know what? They might have it back here. I haven't actually been in the gift shop here. I'd be surprised if they didn't have it in here. Let me stop in there real quick before I leave this area. Don't know why I didn't think to do that first. Jen will find me. If she doesn't, I'll stop in here, and then if I don't find her by then I'll go look for her afterwards. Explorer Supplies. I always forget the name of this store. It's so simplistic. It doesn't stick in my memory. Ah, here we go. They do have the new Rapterra stuff in here. They also have the new Project 305 shirt in here too. So yeah, the name's probably sticking if they bothered to make this shirt. Kind of a shame. I'm not a fan of that name, but what can you do? Okay, so
This is cute.
here is the new Rapterra hoodie, giving the stats. Longest launched wing coaster in the world at 3,086 feet. Let me see, price tag. I'm going to need Jen in here to pull out the price tags because I'm going to be putting the camera in some weird positions looking for, there we go, $44.99 for the hoodie. Here's the front side of it with the Rapterra logo and King's Dominion below it. Let's see, that's another Project 305 t-shirts. Here we go. T-shirts and mugs. They have this Rapterra mug. White, black inside, black handle. And that one is $16.99. And last but not least, the t-shirt, which has the same logo as the hoodie. That one's $24.99. I'm kind of afraid to pick it up because I don't want to end up unfolding it, but So as of right now, those are the only 3 pieces of merchandise they have. I guess as we get closer to testing and actual opening day, they'll have more merchandise. Pins, probably magnets, probably some more of these drink bottles like they have for Tumbili here. We'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they come up with. If you're coming in late, here's another look at the big board that they put up. They also have the same board at the front of the park. As soon as you enter, they have it to the right on International Street. Oh yeah, I definitely think that they are missing a near miss element. They really do need something like that. But the good news is that when they come to, let me see if I can find it on this, right about, actually, you know what, looking at this picture, it doesn't look as close, like right about here and right about there on the ride-through video, it kind of looks like you're coming very close to hitting the station here, the research center, the outpost. But actually on this picture, it doesn't really look like that, so yeah, it's kind of a shame. I wish they would have a near miss element on there. The keyholes are really what makes Gatekeeper a fun coaster. I really like going through those keyholes. Oh, look who found me. She made the right call getting some water. I could probably use some myself. So yeah, if you missed it earlier, these boards have a little bit more to the story of the area, the Jungle Expedition area. They also have this QR code here. If you're interested in learning more about it. I haven't tried the QR code myself, so I'm not sure where it takes you. I'm assuming somewhere on the King's Dominion website. I'm wondering if this is actually more about Tumbili because they're showing Tumbili down here. But I don't know. You may or may not have seen the ride through on YouTube, but they have the TV here showing the track. And of course it just ended as I... Oh, okay, they're re-showing it. Is this the off-ride version? This is probably the off-ride version. So it's got the wing over, it's got the dive loop, it's got some similar elements to Gatekeeper, but it's longer and I believe it's a little bit faster too, so it should be a fun ride. A minor gripe, the color scheme of the track is a little similar to Tumbili, being so close together. I think they should have gone with a different color, but that's a very minor gripe. It's not a huge deal. I don't know. How do you all feel about track color? Do you think it matters? In the meantime, I'm going to start heading back to International Street, take a look at a little piece of the Food and Wine Festival. Since this is the opening weekend for King's Dominion's first ever Food and Wine Festival, and then take a look at what they have up at the front of the store in terms of merchandise and Rapterra branding and everything. They put a new sign outside of the park gate advertising the opportunity to ride Rapterra if you buy a 2025 season pass. So they're already working to capitalize on that. Surprisingly, nobody over at the basketball game. I don't walk by here much without people being there. That's probably the most popular game here. One of the few games that seems to require actual skill instead of luck. It's actually not too terribly crowded here today. We started off the day briefly at Busch Gardens just to pick up the August member goodies, and then we left, and Busch Gardens was ridiculously crowded compared to this. And it was even getting more crowded as we were leaving. So I thought that maybe the new coaster would be drawing people in, the new construction anyway, but I guess not that many people care about coaster construction. Jen and I love watching construction. We don't get to go to Hershey Park as much as we get to come here, but we really enjoyed watching them build Wildcats Revenge too. You could get real close to that construction when they were doing it. If you visited King's Dominion before, do you have any thoughts on the Firehouse Barbecue restaurant? We've eaten there twice, and one time I thought it was amazing and probably some of the best food that I've had at this park, and then the second time the food was really underwhelming and cold, so it's been 50-50 for us. But the day we had the cold food was a very, very busy night, so I think I might need to give them a break for that. Did you want me to hold your hand? So I basically rushed right over to Jungle Expedition as soon as I got in here so I could start the stream, so I didn't really take a good look at everything they have for the Food and Wine Festival yet, but they definitely have plenty of flags everywhere, so you can't miss that it's going on. One of these days the elevator up into the Eiffel Tower will be working again. 5, 4, 3. Get your ass. I always love the view of the fountain coming through here. The stage kind of makes it slightly an eyesore if there's no show going on. Kind of wish there was room to put that stage somewhere else that wouldn't block the view of the fountain. But yeah, here plenty of flags all along International Street advertising the Food and Wine Festival. So it's hard to miss it. Hard to miss that it's here. Now, where you actually go to eat's another story. I have to look into that a little bit further. We're going to look more thoroughly into the Food and Wine Festival once this stream is over. The intent of the stream was mainly just to look at Rapterra related stuff. Had that surprise about Project 305, them releasing the new merchandise. That kind of caught me off guard. But otherwise, besides that new Project 305 merchandise. I was trying to stay focused on Rapterra. And then Katie Outfitters right here at the front of the park. They're the ones that you go to outside of Jungle Expedition to get your Rapterra merchandise. Plaza Gifts on the other side of International Street does not have any Rapterra merchandise. I tried there first and it was empty of Rapterra stuff anyway. They let you know it's here. They have a window display for it. I saw these coaster models in the window. I was hoping they already had a Rapterra coaster model. I was going to be very shocked, but no, just Dominator, Toonville, Project 305. So yeah, there's another look at the shirts. Let me go in the other door. Team members cleaning that entrance, so let me go in this door. Hello. So, here you go. It's the same selection as over in Jungle Expedition, but there's more decor over here. They have some of the Wave Foundation logos on things over here. They have this little globe. Feels like they themed this area better than they themed Jungle Expedition. A little Nikon camera over here. Of course, everything's the same price. They have the same 3 pieces of merchandise. They have the t-shirts. So here's another look at the t-shirt with King's Dominion Rapterra logo. The hoodies with Rapterra stats. I think the t-shirts also have Rapterra stats on the back, but I'm afraid to unfold them. And the mugs. Again, the mugs are $16.99. And Jen taking over showing the too. Mugs $16.99. The shirts $24.99, and the hoodies were $44.99. Yeah, $44.99. In case you were interested. And I fully expect them to release more as the coaster gets closer to testing and opening day. So we'll see what they do. Just quickly, if you're interested, you can see over here on the other side of the fountain is the other Rapterra display as soon as you walk in the park. They also, on their map, have already added, down in Jungle Expedition, they've already added launching in 2025 Rapterra. So is this a, yes, it's a sticker, so they just slapped it onto the map. Yeah, so that's cool. They didn't waste any time putting that on there. Come over here, one more quick look at this display, even though it's exactly the same as the one over in Jungle Expedition. And then I think we're probably going to call it a day. We will be having a video coming out shortly on the Food and Wine Festival, however. So if you're interested in the Food and Wine Festival, keep an eye out for that. I think this sign is actually different, so they're not both the same. They didn't have this other note back there. They had some artwork on this page in the back, so this is a little bit different from the other one. This is the only thing that's different, though, is this page of text. I think that might actually be the same piece of paper that you can find inside of the restaurant over in Jungle Expedition, but I'm not sure. I just need to read it a little more closely and see if it's exactly the same. But anyway, yeah, that's where we are so far on the progress of the coaster and the merchandise. So
Let's look at the map.
Yeah, we
So
gotta look at the map.
Let's get a quick view of the fountain before we wrap up. Hope you all enjoyed. If you missed any of the look of the coaster, we'll have this on our live feed tab, and probably by the end of this evening, so you can go back and rewatch it. And leave a comment if you have any questions. We check all the comments, so we'll be sure to read your comment and respond to it. So we hope you enjoyed the video. And thanks a lot for watching. Keep an eye out for our Food and Wine Festival video. And we'll talk to you in the next video.